everybody. So, praise God, we are, I think, 14 hours now past chest closure. And so what they've done is they have closed all of the bone. So the sternum is completely closed. The only thing that's left open is the skin, which they have put a wound vac on top of to have a seal for. And they'll come change that every 2 or 3 days and kind of assess if they want to sew the skin back together or just allow everything to kind of heal on its own underneath the wound vac. And the reason why they haven't sewn the skin back together is that he has been open and closed quite a bit in the last 3 weeks. And so he's been open a lot during that time. And when you're open for a prolonged period of time, your skin will do what they call retract and it'll pull away. And so they're just going to kind of give it some time to see if that retraction gets to a point where they can sew, or if they just need to let it heal on its own and just have it really close to each other, and then it'll grow its own skin and connect back. So that is the plan for right now. He has been stable with the exception of one little episode. It was a mild episode where he needed to have a little bit of help, but he responded to the adjustments really well. Specifically, he was getting a little acidotic because his vent settings had been weaned. And so they needed to go back up on the vent settings. And it's actually lower than where he started, so it's a net gain of 1. But they made those adjustments, gave him a little bicarb to offset the acidosis, which is where your pH level in your blood is getting lower. And they like to keep it between like 7.35 and 7.45, and he had gotten down to like 7.24, I think. And so they gave a little bicarb, which offsets that acidosis, and then also the vent settings going up, which helps him ventilate better, also offsets the acidosis. So those two things, over the last hour and a half, 2 hours, he has responded really well and gotten back in the ranges that they want him to be. And so he is responding well. We're praising God that we have a phenomenal medical team and that he has been doing well and responding to all of these interventions well and these adjustments with the band and everything really. It's been a very, as y'all know, very, very long 3 weeks. It's been a very, very long 4.5 months, but he is doing better, and we are going to praise God for that and praise the medical team for that, because without them, we would not be here. So, that being said, Hunter had a fun day. He went out and fed some ducks and was at the beach. So, other than that, Mallory and I have been kind of moving along. I know a lot of y'all have been worried about us and kind of how we've been doing, but we've been doing, now that he's doing better, we're doing better. And we've been doing things to kind of look after ourselves. And we actually had Auntie Ruby, who kicked us out of the room today and told us we need to spend some time outside of the hospital, and we did. So, all in all, it's been a pretty good day. We're going to pray that it continues forward. And again, if y'all would pray for these 3 things, one, that he'll tolerate everything pretty well. They're looking at taking the paralytic off tomorrow. So that specifically that he'll tolerate that well as continuing to tolerate the closure. 2, that again, his heart, his lungs, and his kidneys will continue doing well. They today were in the best shape they've been in a very long time. So we are thankful for that, but we are going to continue praying that he will move forward. And then 3, for all the kiddos and families up here on the PCICU and around the country of CHD, please pray for them, because again, this journey is not easy for anybody. But since tomorrow is going to be Sunday, and I'm sure some of y'all watch this before you go to church, if you want to share the praises of how he's done the last couple of days, please feel free to do so, because we do need to praise God for how he has moved forward, how Jon David has moved forward over the last several days, and for how good he is in helping us through all these situations. So other than that, that's all I got. Y'all have a good night. God bless. We'll talk to you later. Jon David, tell everybody bye-bye.